Hi everybody, welcome to Jin's Wall Street News. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited announced last Friday that its net revenue increased 22.5% in July from the previous month. On Monday, Micron Technology updated its guidance for its fiscal Q4, which ends August 28th, up 20% sequentially. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Tuesday that the Consumer Price Index rose 0.2% in July, month over month, in line with expectations. 10-year Treasury yield is hovering around 4.3% as investors think that the inflation numbers are not too hot or cold. Dan Niles, the founder of Niles Investment Management, posted on X on Tuesday, quote, "For right now, I'm positioned for the market rally to continue and will worry about a market correction later." On Tuesday after the bell, CoreWeave, a cloud infrastructure technology company, announced financial results for its second quarter ended June 30th, and it expects current quarter's revenue to rise 6% sequentially. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited announced last Friday that on consolidated basis, its net revenue increased 22.5% from 263 billion 709 million new Taiwan dollars in June to 323 billion 166 million new Taiwan dollars in July, up 25.8% from the previous year. Micron Technology, an American producer of computer memory and data storage, announced Monday that it updates its guidance for its fiscal Q4, which ends August 28th, increased from $10.7 billion on June 25th to $11.2 billion on August 11th, up 20% sequentially. Shares of Micron Technology rose about 3% Tuesday. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Tuesday that the Consumer Price Index increased 0.2% in July from the previous month, in line with expectations, up 2.7% over the last 12 months, below expectations of a 2.8% gain. The food index was flat over the month, while the index for energy decreased 1.1% as the gasoline index fell 2.2%. The core CPI, excluding food and energy, increased 0.3% in July, month over month, up 3.1% from the previous year, above expectations of 3%. The index for shelter rose only 0.2% in July. 10-year Treasury yield fell right after the CPI data were released at 8:30 a.m., but it soon rebounded as investors think that the inflation numbers are not too hot or cold. For the U.S. stocks, both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite closed at record highs on Tuesday. The S&P 500 rose 1.13% and the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 1.1%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq jumped 1.39%. Dan Niles, the founder of Niles Investment Management, posted on X on Tuesday, quote, "On CNBC yesterday, I reaffirmed my belief in the S&P continuing to melt up till Thanksgiving. Market optimism on 3 Fed rate cuts this year, starting in September, are the main culprit especially after better than feared inflation data this morning. However, my belief in a 10 to 20% market correction starting near Thanksgiving have not changed. I believe that demand has been pulled forward, as seen by imports increasing 38% year-over-year in Q1 due to fears of tariffs-driven price increases later this year. For right now, I'm positioned for the market rally to continue and will worry about a market correction later and signs that the market is sobering up. CoreWeave, a cloud infrastructure technology company, announced financial results for its second quarter ended June 30th. The company reported second quarter revenue of $1,213,000,000, up 23% sequentially, above its previously estimated revenue of the midpoint of $1,080,000,000. Operating income was $19 million in Q2, up from operating loss of $27 million in Q1. When it comes to the guidance, the company expects current quarter's revenue to be between $1.26 billion and $1.3 billion, the midpoint of $1.28 billion, up 6% quarter over quarter. Shares of CoreWeave tumbled about 10% in extended trading on Tuesday. Okay, this is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.